Let your mind drift back in time. Let the worries of the present day dissolve like mist in the morning sun as we travel back to a quieter, slower era. It is the autumn of 1893. The world is illuminated not by the harsh glare of electricity, but by the soft, living flicker of gaslight and the warm glow of hearth fires. You find yourself standing on the platform of a grand Victorian train station in the heart of the American East. The air outside is crisp and cool, carrying the scent of fallen leaves and the distant salty tang of the harbor. But here, under the soaring iron arches of the station roof, it is sheltered and comfortable. The high glass ceiling above catches the reflections of 100 gas lamps, casting a golden amber hue over the bustling scene below. It is a light that softens every edge, making the world look like a living oil painting, rich in shadow and gold. There is a sound here, a specific, comforting hum unique to the age of steam. It is not a noise, but a symphony of departure. You hear the low, murmuring voices of travelers bidding farewell, the rhythmic clicking of leather-soled shoes on cobblestones, and the distant, deep-chested breathing of the locomotives. Standing before you is your vessel for the night, the Starlight Express. It is a magnificent machine, a marvel of the industrial age, yet designed with the grace of a work of art. The engine itself is a sleeping giant of polished obsidian iron and gleaming brass. Steam wisps gently from its valves, curling around the wheels like low-hanging clouds. It hisses softly, shh, shh, a rhythmic, hypnotic sound that seems to say that it is ready to carry you away, ready to take you to a place of deep rest. You step forward, your leather luggage held by a porter in a crisp uniform who offers you a polite, silent nod. You approach the carriage that will be your home for the night. The exterior is painted a deep midnight blue with gold lettering that catches the lamplight. You reach out and grasp the handrail. The brass is cool and smooth under your palm. With a small step up, you leave the concrete platform behind and enter the train. The transition is instant. The cool air of the station is replaced by a cocoon of warmth. The corridor of the train smells of polished mahogany, beeswax, and the faint, soothing trace of lavender. The floor is covered in a thick Persian runner rug that swallows the sound of your footsteps completely. Here, the world is hushed. The noise of the station is muffled, turned into a distant background hum. You move down the narrow wood-paneled corridor, counting the brass numbers on the doors until you reach your private compartment. You slide the heavy oak door open and step inside. This is your sanctuary. The compartment is an intimate space, designed solely for comfort and tranquility. To your left, a wide window looks out onto the station platform, framed by heavy curtains made of crushed velvet in a deep, rich crimson. To your right, a plush bench seat awaits, upholstered in the same soft velvet. It looks incredibly inviting, deep and cushioned, promising to hold you in absolute comfort. The lighting in the cabin is low and intimate. A small shaded lamp is mounted on the wall, casting a pool of warm, buttery light over a small wooden table. On the table, a crystal carafe of water and a heavy glass tumbler sit on a silver tray, catching the light and sparkling like diamonds. You close the door behind you, and with a satisfying click, the latch engages. You are safe here. You are private. The rest of the world has been shut away. You take off your heavy coat and hang it on the brass hook near the door. You loosen your collar, feeling the tension in your shoulders begin to melt away in the warmth of the cabin. You sit down on the velvet seat. It is softer than you imagined, sinking just enough to cradle your body, supporting your back and legs with a gentle firmness. You run your hand over the fabric. It feels smooth and warm against your skin. You lean your head back against the headrest, letting your eyes half close. Outside your window, the activity of the station continues, but it feels like a silent movie now. You watch the conductors swinging their lanterns, the arcs of light cutting through the steam. You see the steam itself billowing up in great white pillows, obscuring the view for a moment before clearing again. It is a slow, mesmerizing dance of shadow and light. You feel a subtle vibration beneath you. The great beast is waking up. A whistle sounds, not a shriek, but a low, mournful, melodious note that resonates in your chest. Whoo! It is the call of the open road, the call of the night. Slowly, imperceptibly at first, the view outside your window begins to shift. A luggage cart slides backward, a pillar moves out of view. The train is moving. There is a gentle lurch, a comforting rocking motion, like a cradle being nudged. The chug, chug, chug of the engine begins, very slow, very deliberate. You feel the heavy steel wheels turning against the steel rails, a connection of strength that carries you effortlessly. The station platform begins to glide past faster. The gas lamps blur into streaks of gold. The faces of the people on the platform drift away, their waves and smiles fading into the distance. You are leaving. You are leaving behind the city, the noise, the responsibilities, the lists of things to do. None of that can reach you here. You are moving forward, guided by the rails, toward the peace of the open country. The train emerges from the shelter of the station roof and out into the open night. The sky above is a vast dome of indigo, scattered with the first few stars of the evening. The air rushing past the train sings a low song, a wind song that wraps around the carriage. Inside your warm compartment, the rhythm settles. Clack, clack, whoosh, clack, clack, whoosh. It is a heartbeat, a slow, steady, mechanical heartbeat that aligns with your own. You reach for the heavy velvet curtains. You hesitate for a moment, watching the city lights of 1893 twinkle in the distance, growing smaller and smaller. Then you gently pull the fabric across the glass. The curtains meet in the middle, shutting out the night, leaving you in your warm, golden-lit cocoon. Now it is just you and the rhythm of the rails. The cabin feels even cozier now. The smell of the old wood and the clean linen on the headrest is grounding. You take a sip of water from the crystal glass. It is cool and refreshing. You place the glass back on the tray, the tiny clink sound instantly absorbed by the quiet room. You adjust a small pillow behind your lower back. You extend your legs, feeling the heaviness in your muscles, the kind of heaviness that comes right before sleep. There is nowhere else you need to be. There is nothing else you need to do. The engineer is at the controls. The fireman is tending the coals. The conductor is watching the line. You are free to simply be. The train begins to pick up a little speed, finding its cruising pace. The rocking motion becomes smoother, a fluid swaying sensation that mimics the waves of a calm ocean. It is a motion designed to lull. Left, right, gently swaying. You look at the flame in the gas lamp, watching it dance inside its glass globe. It flickers hypnotically, casting long, soft shadows that stretch and retract with the movement of the train. Your eyelids feel heavy. The warmth of the room feels like a weighted blanket, pressing gently down on you, encouraging you to let go. The anticipation of the journey has faded into a deep sense of contentment. You are aboard the Starlight Express. The departure is complete. The city is gone. Ahead lies only the velvet night, the rolling plains, and the promise of dreams. You take a deep breath, inhaling the peace of the cabin, and exhale slowly, ready to surrender to the rhythm of the journey. The wheels hum their lullaby beneath you, carrying you safely, securely into the dark. The last remnants of the city have long since faded behind you. The scattered lights of the suburban towns, the distant glow of factories, and the paved roads have all dissolved into the darkness. Now there is only the vast, open embrace of the American night. The train has reached the great heartland, the endless rolling prairies that stretch out like an ocean of earth under the dome of the sky. Here, on the open rails, the Starlight Express finds its true rhythm. The hesitation of the departure is gone. The engine has settled into a steady, confident pace, a mechanical heartbeat that pulses through the floorboards, up through the velvet seat, and into your very bones. Listen to the song of the wheels. Click-clack, whoosh. Click-clack, whoosh. It is a perfect, seamless loop, a mantra of iron and steel. It is the most soothing sound in the world, a heavy, rhythmic percussion that demands nothing from you, yet promises to carry you safely through the dark. Click-clack, click-clack. It is the sound of time passing without your effort. It is the sound of distance being covered while you simply rest. You reach out and slide the heavy velvet curtain back just a few inches. You want to see the world that is whispering past you. The view takes your breath away, not with its drama, but with its serenity. The moon has risen properly now. It is a harvest moon, large and heavy and painted in shades of butter yellow and pale cream. It hangs low over the horizon, casting a surreal silvery illumination across the landscape. You are traveling through the great plains of the Midwest. The land here is flat and wide, an endless quilt of sleeping farmland. Under the moonlight, the fields of tall wheat and ripening corn look like a silver sea. The wind ripples through the crops, creating waves that roll alongside the train. You watch the tops of the corn stalks sway in the gentle night breeze, bowing and rising in a slow, silent dance. The train cuts a path through this stillness. You can see the steam from the engine drifting past your window. It catches the moonlight, glowing a spectral white against the dark blue sky, swirling and tumbling before vanishing into the cool night air. As you stare out into the semi-darkness, your eyes catch tiny, flickering sparks of green-gold light. At first, you think they might be embers from the engine, but they are too erratic, too alive. They are fireflies, thousands of them. They rise from the damp grass of the ditches and the edges of the fields, blinking on and off in a silent code. They are nature's lanterns. Some of them drift close to the window, momentarily keeping pace with the train before falling behind, little stars of the earth left in your wake. Watching them is hypnotic. Blank and fade, blink and fade. They mimic the heaviness of your own eyelids. The motion of the train has changed too. On these long, straight stretches of track, the side-to-side rocking is gentle, almost undetectable, yet it is there. It is a lulling sway. You feel your body tipping almost imperceptibly to the left, then to the right, correcting itself with a softness that feels like being rocked in a cradle. You sink deeper into the plush corner of your compartment. The velvet upholstery feels warm against your cheek. You pull the fine wool blanket up over your legs, tucking it in tight. The warmth of the cabin contrasts beautifully with the cool, blue-tinted world outside the glass. You are in a moving castle, a fortress of comfort cutting through the wilderness. Click-clack, click-clack. The sound seems to be getting deeper, softer. It wraps around your thoughts, smoothing out the rough edges of the day. You try to think about your destination or about the day you left behind, but the rhythm of the rails keeps interrupting, gently pushing those thoughts away. The train says, "Not now, not now, just sleep, just sleep." Outside, the scenery changes slowly, dreamlike. A solitary farmhouse appears in the distance, a small, dark silhouette against the moonlit sky. There are no lights on in the windows. The farmers are asleep, resting for the harvest tomorrow. You watch the house slide by, a silent sentinel of the plains. A windmill stands beside it, its blades slowly turning in the night breeze, a silent companion to your journey. And then it is gone, swallowed by the distance, more fields, more silver grass, more moonlight. Your breathing has slowed to match the cadence of the journey. Inhale for the click, exhale for the clack. The vibration of the train acts like a massage for your nervous system. You can feel the tension draining out of your feet, your legs, your hands. Your fingers curl loosely on the blanket, your jaw unclamps. The furrow in your brow smooths out. The gas lamp on the wall has been turned down low, casting a dim amber twilight in the room. The shadows in the corners of the compartment sway gently with the movement of the train. It is a womb-like atmosphere, safe and enclosed. You look out the window one last time. The horizon is a blur of indigo and silver. The telegraph wires that run alongside the tracks swoop up and down, visible only for a split second as they catch the moonlight. Watching them rise and fall is mesmerizing. Swoop and rise, swoop and rise. It draws your eyes down. It makes them heavy, so very heavy. The logic of the waking world is slipping away. You are entering the drift, that space between here and there, between awake and asleep. The sound of the wheels is no longer a mechanical noise. It has become a texture, a thick, soft blanket of sound that covers you. Rum-tum, rum-tum, rum-tum. The train crosses a small wooden trestle bridge over a creek. The sound changes for just a moment, a hollow, rushing roar, before settling back into the solid, comforting rhythm of the earth. Click-clack. The water below reflects the moon for a fleeting second, a flash of mirror-bright light, and then you are back among the cornfields. You are floating. You are not just a passenger on a train. You are part of the movement itself. You are drifting across the vast, sleeping continent. There is no urgency here. The train knows the way. The rails are made of iron, strong and true. They will guide you through the darkness without you needing to open your eyes. You allow your eyes to close, just for a moment. The afterimage of the fireflies dances behind your eyelids. The sound of the whistle blows again, far ahead, a long, lonely, low sound that echoes across the miles of empty prairie. It is a lullaby sung by steam and steel. It tells you that you are safe. It tells you that the night is long and there is plenty of time to rest. The rhythm of the rolling plains has taken hold of you. Click-clack, sleep now. Click-clack, drift deep. The sensation of forward motion is the only thing that exists. You are being carried gently, steadily, deeper into the velvet night. The landscape has changed again. Without you noticing, the Starlight Express has left the endless flat ocean of the plains behind. The rhythm of the wheels has shifted, becoming deeper, slower, and more deliberate. Chug, chug, chug. The engine is working with a steady, powerful grace, climbing now, carrying you up from the lowlands into the high, silent embrace of the mountains. The air that seeps through the tiny gap in the window vent is different here. It is crisp, thin, and impossibly clean. It carries the scent of ancient pine needles, damp granite, and snow. It is the scent of the high country, cool and refreshing, a stark contrast to the warmth of your velvet cocoon. You pull the heavy wool blanket higher, tucking it under your chin. The contrast between the cool air on your face and the toasty warmth of the bed creates the perfect conditions for sleep. You feel heavy. Your body feels as though it is sinking, melting into the mattress, becoming one with the soft swaying of the train. Outside, the world has turned into a kingdom of shadows and giants. The moon has dipped behind the peaks, leaving the illumination to the stars alone. And oh, what stars they are! As the train climbs higher, ascending through the winding passes, the atmosphere thins. The haze of the earth falls away, revealing the cosmos in all its glory. You look out the window, your eyes half open, heavy with sleep. The sky is no longer just a dark backdrop, it is alive. It is a vast, glittering tapestry of diamonds scattered across obsidian velvet. You see the Milky Way, a river of spilled milk and silver dust, stretching from one horizon to the other. It looks so close, as if the train is no longer traveling on rails of steel, but sailing through the sky itself. You are drifting among the constellations. You watch them slowly pivot as the train rounds a long, gentle curve. There is Orion, the hunter, watching over the silent valleys. There are the seven sisters huddled together in a glow of blue mist. The train enters a forest of towering pines. The trees stand like silent sentinels on either side of the tracks, their dark branches heavy and still. As the locomotive passes, the light from the firebox flickers against the trunks, flashes of warm orange against the deep green-black of the forest. Flash, shadow, flash, shadow. It is a slow, rhythmic pulsing, like the blinking of a sleepy eye. The speed of the train continues to decrease. The frantic energy of the departure is a distant memory. The hypnotic rhythm of the planes has faded. Now there is only the slow, majestic labor of the climb. Heave and rest. Heave and rest. The sounds of the train are muffled by the snow that lies in thick, soft pillows on the ground outside. The world is insulated. The noise is dampened. There is only a low, resonant hum, a vibration that travels through the floor and massages your weary muscles. You feel a profound sense of isolation, but not loneliness. It is the peace of being far away from everything. There are no towns here, no roads, no demands. Just the mountains, the stars, and this warm, traveling room. You are safe in the heart of the wilderness, protected by glass and wood and steel. The train approaches a high trestle, crossing over a deep, sleeping canyon. For a moment, the ground falls away completely. You are suspended in the air, floating between the dark depths of the canyon below and the infinite heights of the stars above. The sound of the wheels changes to a hollow, whispering echo. Hush, hush, hush. The river far below is a ribbon of silver silence. Then you are back on solid ground, the wheels finding the earth again. Your breathing has slowed to a crawl. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. Every breath takes you deeper. The thoughts that were racing through your mind at the beginning of the journey have all dissolved. They were left back at the station, miles and miles away. The train begins to level out. It has reached a high plateau, a place of perfect stillness. The engine throttles down. The chug, chug, chug fades into a long, quiet glide. The train is coasting now, moving effortlessly under the momentum of its journey. It feels as though you are floating on a cloud. The rocking motion is barely there, just a faint, ghostly swaying that whispers to your inner ear. Sleep, sleep, sleep. You look at the gas lamp on the wall. The flame has died down to a tiny glowing ember, a single point of amber light in the darkness. It is the last anchor to the waking world. You watch it flicker once, twice, and then, gently, your eyes close. You do not open them again. Behind your closed eyes, you can still see the stars. They are swirling gently, turning into the fabric of your dreams. The train slows even more. It is coming to a momentary rest, perhaps to take on water, perhaps just to pause in the beauty of the night. The wheels squeal softly, a lullaby of metal, before coming to a stop. Silence. Absolute, profound silence. The vibration stops, the wind stops, the world holds its breath. In this stillness, you are completely released. The boundary between you and the bed dissolves. You are heavy, warm, and infinitely relaxed. You hear very faintly in the distance the call of a night owl. Hoo, hoo, hoo. It is a sound of peace. And then the train gives a gentle nudge, A tiny, nearly imperceptible lurch forward, not to wake you, but to rock you one last time. It begins to move again, but so slowly, so quietly, it feels like the rotation of the earth itself. You are drifting beneath the western stars. You are a voyager in the night. The destination doesn't matter anymore. The journey is the destination, and the journey is sleep. Deep, dreamless sleep. The stars watch over you. The mountains cradle you. The Starlight Express carries you on. Drift, float, sleep. Good night.